So hi, I'm Safrianna Lughna.
My name's Frazin.
I am Miran.
I am a trauma specialized therapist that has really focused on helping people heal from relational wounds.
I'm a sex and relationship coach. I formerly trained as a therapist, got my master's in clinical mental health counseling before switching to become a sex and relationship coach. And before all of that, I ran a tech startup for a decade.
And I have a private practice in Gaithersburg, Maryland. There are 4 clinicians and myself. We do a lot of couple work, a lot of individual work, and we really focus on each person finding their authentic self.
So I specialize in seeing polyamorous and queer people and helping them have happier, healthier relationships, but trauma impacts every single person, which is why I think it's so important to talk from that angle as well.
I really strongly believe in helping people find harmony in their relationships and confidence in their sex lives, and work with about half couples and half individuals to be along their journeys in unfolding back into themselves.
We want to make sure that the person knows who they are and knows what their best life is in terms of all aspects. And we do couples work, and our couples work has the same theme of each person being their most resilient, authentic self in the relationship for a healthy relationship.
The biggest thing that I see happening is lack of communication.
People don't know what to trust.
How to make sense of feeling confident and having self-worth through the roller coaster of the dating experience.
And I know on the dating apps, a lot of people complain, and a lot of my clients have complained that they just sort of get these very non-committal introductory messages that might just say something like hi or sup or something really simple that doesn't engage, it doesn't lead to connection. So there's just an epidemic of lack of connection in society right now that really we all need to do our part to work on.
They see what they think are red flags or things that they believe are not the aspects of another person that they would want, and in order to avoid having their heart broken, they ghost or end the connection prior to really figuring out who somebody is, and understanding the person's authentic need for whatever reason and navigating that in communicating the needs of the other person.
So this course is for you if you've been using the dating apps without success, to really get you back into yourself and ensure that you're not putting false expectations on yourself or others, that you're really loving yourself first, so that when you're showing up on these dates, you can have a decent time no matter what. And if you're getting rejection, that you're not feeling that overwhelm of I'm not good enough or not worthy of finding a partner on the dating app. You know, it's really a course that's going to build you up and encourage you to look within and strengthen your sense of self and autonomy in such a way that you can show up and really be yourself and not feel that personal attack, right? If it's just not clicking, if it just doesn't land right, you'll really come away with a sense of knowing that you are exactly who you need to be, and that the best thing you can do is communicate, be honest, and honor your boundaries.
So I think it's really important to understand what each person has been through. I think it's really important to understand what your triggers are and why those are your triggers, whether it's a past situation or it's an authentic need for connection in a certain way. This person will know all the ins and outs of themselves and then be able to intentionally respond given understanding whether it's their own trigger or their own history or something that really just does not work for them in a relationship and a connection. And they're going to know what they're seeing more so from the other people that they're engaging with.
We're trying to get a feeling out of dating. Sure, it feels like we're trying to get a partner, and that's part of it. But it's being in a relationship so we can feel something. And that lives inside. So that's maybe feeling powerful, feeling confident, maybe it's feeling loved, maybe it's feeling connected, maybe it's feeling grounded. maybe it's feeling joy and play. Those feelings are something we can foster no matter what happens on the dating journey. And so my hope of what you can get out of this course is a way to find your own solidity and your own playfulness through this messy process, and your own confidence, no matter if you meet someone amazing or meet someone boring, whatever it is, that you start to find that spark in yourself. And normally what happens is after you find that spark and confidence in yourself, you do meet someone, but you just quite don't care nearly as much when you do, because you have that in yourself. And from that place of grounding, dating can be play instead of this thing that's something to be stressed about. So I hope this course gives you confidence and a pathway to return to yourself so that you can have play in dating.
I think one of the unique perspectives that I bring is that I am an assigned female at birth person. I'm a woman, and I have experienced that sort of side of dating, being a woman on dating apps before. And part of my personal story, I'm polyamorous, and I've actually met both of my partners on dating apps, and we have had long, successful relationships. So I bring in that perspective of working with polyamorous and queer people in my career, as well as plenty of straight and monogamous people as well, and have my own lived experiences that I really love to bring to the table. Since I have switched more into being a guide or a coach, I'm really able to workshop with people so much more closely and get to know how them and their relationships are working. And so I'm just able to bring a big perspective of patterns, of collective human patterns to the table that not many people have.
I've tried a lot of different lives at this point. I ran a multi-million-dollar startup. I studied to become a therapist, and now I orient towards Buddhism. So I've tried the whole, make the world be the perfect world for me, build a company, I was married at an early age. I tried the whole, putting it all together and making the perfect world. And I've also tried, I already have the perfect world. Everything is a mirror of how I'm feeling inside, and that to me is more Buddhist. So I think my unique perspective is sometimes I orient towards Western psychotherapy. What are some tangible ways that we can find a better partner, build a better life, communicate better? And I also contrast this with more of a Buddhist lens of how can I make whatever's in front of me my gem for growth? How can I make even friendship with loss, or friendship with, let's say I'm getting rejected, can I even love the part of me that's rejected that everyone has? Can I even love the part of me that doesn't know the answer, or do I need to know the answer? So sure, we can work on knowing the answer, knowing the best way to date, but also can we not know and be okay with that too? So I'm always juggling these contradictory lenses with no possibility that they'll ever resolve, and seeing if we can hold in that mystery. That's one thing about how I approach things that's unique. And then the other thing is, given that I'm not only a relationship coach but also a sex coach, I orient towards pleasure and play. So it's not just hey, let's make the dating process effective for you. As a sex coach, I'm not just trying to get you to have the most effective sex, but rather, how can you be more playful with what's in front of you? How can you be more connected to your curiosity? How can you be less efficient, less goal-oriented? And so because I really orient towards play and pleasure, I sometimes can be serious, but I sometimes can really take a really unserious lens to this process, which I hope you find rejuvenating.
Unique perspective that I have been through it. I have, after a divorce, I went on the dating apps and was a part of all of that. So I've been there, and I've seen on a daily basis women who are very confused and feeling hopeless because they don't really know what they're seeing, and I can help navigate that.
I think the big thing is you're getting a course that is developed and worked on by 3 credentialed therapists and people who have been in the relationship and sex therapy and coaching worlds that are really well-rounded. We have experts on a variety of different populations that are working on this, and this real focus on who you are and how you show up to the table and how you can be authentic. A lot of material out there right now is unfortunately based in gender stereotypes and outdated and limiting belief systems, and it's just not an authentic and real set of information that I see out there. A lot of it is really focused on the pain, and it's focused on what's going wrong. It's focused on just the red flags of how people are showing up, and it's not really creating that sense of inner and outer relationships. So I think with our expertise, as well as our focus on you building yourself up, you're going to get something very unique with this course.
This will really help each person to know their own needs, their own history, and really there's psychoeducation to really understand what's happening in any given moment in order to make a better response in whatever's happening. And also coaching information, so you can sort of see theoretically and mindset difference to navigate each moment differently and in a more safe, curious, playful perspective.
Many courses teach you how to be confident, how to be smarter dating, how to flirt better, how to make sure that someone's not lying to you. All these things that are wise, but perhaps this course is teaching you a different way, which is, can you be comfortable with not knowing? Can you be okay being sometimes a great flirt, sometimes not? Can you find peace in that? Can you be okay that sometimes you're desirable and sometimes you're undesirable? Can you be okay with even your rejected self? And to start to make peace with all the parts of humanity that all of us have inside us. And from there, from that place of peace, not from a place of being perfect, but from a place of peace, I hope that you can find what you're looking for. And I think that's what this course provides.